Hello you beautiful people who watch this video. As you can see from the title, yes, this is a top 10 list. It's been ages since I made another one of these. So yeah, get yourself a comfy spot and maybe grab something to eat, because we're going to check the top 10 best video game franchises in my opinion. And if you don't agree, well I don't care because this is my opinion, and if you have a problem with it, please, kindly go fuck yourself. So, I am going to now list 10 of some of the best franchises that are just so good and some childhood games that have just been close to me till this day. So yeah, let's start. Call of Duty. It was a really hard decision to choose between this, Battlefront and hell, even Bully, which are all really good games. But anyways, if someone doesn't know, Call of Duty is a first-person shooter franchise which brought us a lot of iconic campaigns and multiplayers. From this franchise I have played Call of Duty 4, aka Modern Warfare 1, not sure but maybe Modern Warfare 3 too, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Ghosts, Black Ops 4 and World War 2 at least. The gameplay is fun in these games. I would probably play COD 4 on my PS3 right now if I had the official controller to fix a problem with my console. Of course Battlefield games are objectively better and more realistic, but I chose to add Call of Duty because it's more familiar to me. Unfortunately though, the newer Call of Duty games suck ass but the old ones are amazing. But now, let's move forward. The Legend of Zelda. I haven't played many of these games and they're pretty hard, but man, I loved Tears of the Kingdom so much I had to add it. Of course I haven't finished it yet but I already have the Master Sword and I think I beat one of the Ganon fights. From this franchises I've played the first two NES games, A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess and Tears of the Kingdom. Although I only own one game which is Totk, but I have emulated and played from the Switch Online app and through my modded Wi-Fi. Of course, I haven't finished any of these games but I have tested them. Wanna hear a joke? What did Zenario shed when his mom took his phone away while jerking off to gay porn? A tear. Hahaha. Get it? Tear. Like Tears of the Kingdom.
That wasn't funny.
Shut up bitch, I'm making a video. Go drown yourself.
Oh my god boy, don't you know you're fucking with the wrong person? If you didn't know, I am superior to you.
Like how exactly?
I am a woman plus a vegan. I am saving the animals.
If you're superior then why can't you drive?
Oh my god, that is so offensive.
Yeah, now fuck off.
Ugh, fine, but this doesn't end here.
Yeah, whatever. Sorry about that my viewers. Let's move forward. Crash Bandicoot, a bandicoot called Crash who made his first appearance in 1996 in a game called Crash Bandicoot. Wow, what a name the game has. This is a more familiar franchise to me. I haven't played too many of these games but I've played quite a lot of those. I have Crash Nitro Kart on my PS2, which is the most familiar Crash game to me. I also got the original Crash Team Racing on my modded PS3 but I also got the remake on my Switch. I also have the Trilogy remake. I first had it on PS4 and I think I still have the copy, not the console though, and I also got the Switch version. I think I also had something like Crash Twinsanity on PS2 ages ago, where Crash looked like a punk and there was a great Crash Bandicoot, but I have zero memories of the game, I just remember the cover. These games are quite difficult, especially in Crash 1 where the hitboxes suck, and in the racing games where it's easy to learn the gimmicks but hard to master them, which you'll need to finish the games. Although when you know them well you can do some really cool shortcuts which makes it better than Mario Kart in some aspects, not entirely though. Lego games. These bring so many memories. Memories of playing Lego Batman on the PS2 with my brothers and Lego Star Wars 3 on my Wii for example. Of course there's more like Marvel superheroes and Lego Movie the video game. Yeah, if you want a simple game, these are really good. Most of the Lego games at least. While the gameplay in these games are quite similar, there are different gimmicks on each Lego game franchise. Like how in Lego Star Wars you can use the Force. In Lego Batman you got different suits. In Indiana Jones you got the whip, and in Lego Harry Potter you got magic. I have played a lot of Lego games. Every Lego Batman game. Both Lego Movie games. All Lego Star Wars games. Both Lego Indiana Jones games. All the Lego Marvel games and Lego Harry Potter years 1-4. Of course excluding the mobile games, which are just some sort of minigames. But now let's move further again. Sly Cooper, another fairly familiar franchise. So far I've played all the Sly Cooper games. I have finished none though. I have Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, aka Sly Raccoon in Europe, or shortly just Sly 1 on my PS2, and I got Sly 2 and 3 on PS3. I used to have Sly 4 on PS3 when I was younger, but not anymore. I have a feeling we had Sly 2 or 3 on PS2 when I was little. However, I can't find a file of them on my memory cards on PS2, and most of my Sly memories come from Sly 4, but later we got Sly 1 on PS2, and a couple years back I bought 2 and 3. So what's this franchise then? You may ask. Well, it's about a trio of thieves. Sly Cooper, who is the main character. Bentley, a genius hacker who masters technology. Dumbus later got paralyzed though because of clockwork I think, but his wheelchair got a lot of weird gimmicks. And lastly, Murray, a fat hippo who is also strong as fuck. It's a stealth platformer. In the first game, the gang goes after a book of Sly's ancestors which was stolen during Sly's childhood when his father was killed by some criminals. In Sly 2 I'm not entirely sure, but I think they went after the clockwork parts. I'm not sure about Sly 3 since I have played it less, but in Sly 4 they travel back in time to meet Sly's ancestors. Usually a bitch called Carmelita Fox goes after them, but in Sly 4 for example they team up against the villains. You can play as her and as various other characters in the games too. While it's about a gang of thieves, they're not really evil though. There are actual villains in the games too. The game has a cartoony style which makes it stand out. I think it is the best PlayStation exclusive franchise. But unfortunately there hasn't been a Sly game in 11 years. There was going to be a movie in 2016 but it got cancelled. Speaking of thieves, and Ray the Gonamator probably steals little boys and forces them to fly and kiss with him, yet convinces everyone he's straight.
Oh, that's got that. Well, that's right, baby.
Oh shit! Oh! I'm sorry. I had a lot of Taco Bell last night.
Next we got Red Dead Redemption. If there's fanboys attacking me for not putting it the highest, fuck you. Be happy that it's even on this list. Anyways, Red Dead Redemption is another fairly popular and pretty familiar franchise. I've played both games and the Undead Nightmare DLC, but I haven't finished any of them yet. These games are extremely detailed and they give me hope for GTA 6. And if someone didn't know, yes, Red Dead Redemption games are made by the same company who made GTA games. Basically it's an open world franchise which is set in the Wild West era, late 1800s to early 1900s. Often you play as one character for most of the games, and at the end the main character dies and you get to play as another character. Like how in Red Dead 2 you play as Arthur Morgan, but when he dies you get to play as John Marston, who is the main character in Red Dead Redemption 1. But when he dies in the game you get to play as his son, Jack Marston. I'd like to add that there's also Red Dead Revolver, which I haven't played, but it's also by Rockstar, although it's set in a different universe. Number 4. Whoa. Saints Row. Now this is an amazing franchise. I've played the first 3 games and completed the 3rd game, which, I tell you, was something so crazy I loved it. Basically it's another open world franchise, more like GTA. where you're basically a member of the Saints gang. You'll find various rival gangs around the map and stuff. In this game, you can make your own character and it will be the main character. You can make either something really terrible or actually a cool character. My Saints Row 3 character is based on the Joker. My Xbox Saints Row 2 character looks quite normal. My PS3 character is some ugly ass elderly man and my Saints Row 1 character was just quite boring looking. The open world in this game is funnier than in GTA games in certain aspects, like how you can take a human shield and throw them away, or how you can pick up items like trash bags, chairs and traffic signs and either throw them or hit people with it. There's also vehicle surfing, some random game modes and stuff. You can also make your own mixtape of your favorite songs in the game radio. There's way more than that but I'm not gonna list them all. Sonic the Hedgehog, such an iconic franchise, making its debut way back in 1991. If some of you somehow don't know, it's a platformer franchise, where you mostly play as a fast blue hedgehog called Sonic, who often makes a stop to Eggman's evil plans with the help of his friends. His best friend is a Krellboyne arsehole fox called Miles Prower aka Tails. There's also more characters I could list but I'll just out a few. Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Big the Pedo Cat, just like Andre and Zenario, as well as Conker the Badger from the Sonic community. Rouge who Sega made while they were horny, Charmy the Bee who I wish I could stomp on, and Silver the Gayhog, as well as a lesser known character, Chip or Light Gaia. Now I've played a lot of Sonic games. I've played all the Sega Genesis games. I've played Sonic CD. I've played both adventure games. I've played Heroes. I've played all the Boost games and all the Lost World Trilogy games as well as Sonic 4, Mania and more. For this franchise I've played through most of those I've played. Currently I'm trying to complete Sonic Adventure 2's Dark Story. My favorite Sonic game is Unleashed, which was also the first 3D Sonic I've played. It was hard as hell. If you know, you know. But it was well worth it. Eggman Land truly put you into a challenge. Now, this franchise isn't really that nostalgic to me because I got into it back in 2018 or 2019, which wasn't that long ago. In fact, I used to hate it when I was younger because I was a brat, but it's also because of the biased fans. But then I realized that these are actually good as hell and now it's one of my favorites ever. Too bad the community and overall fan base is so bad and biased, but otherwise it's a good franchise. Of course some games aren't innovative or good and some are just too buggy, but you can't deny there's also good games. They also got some of the best video game music ever. Like, you can hate Sonic all you want but you can't disagree that these songs are fucking fire. If you haven't played Sonic games yet and want to get into it, I'd recommend the Adventure and Boost games, as well as the 2D games. There's also many good fan games such as Sonic Robo Blast 2. But now, let's move forward. You've probably heard of GTA before. It's one of the most popular franchises ever. It was quite difficult choosing whether I should add Sonic or GTA to spot 2, but I chose to add GTA because I play it a bit more. But anyways, GTA games are extremely iconic. The first game was made in 1997 for the PC and PS1. The first 3D GTA game which changed the gaming history forever was GTA 3 on the PS2 way back in 2001. We also got more iconic games like Vice City, which brings us back to experience the 80s, and San Andreas, which takes us to the dangerous gang streets of 1992's Los Santos. Then we got GTA 4, which had a completely new look and engine, which was extremely detailed for a 2008 game. Unfortunately arsehole San Andreas and GTA 5 players hate on it too much, but the GTA community is filled with gay kids anyway. I've played all the GTA games except for Advance. I've also played Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories, London and the first two. My favorite is GTA 4, but I love all of the games. I have a certain obsession for GTA 3. This franchise is a bit nostalgic to me. I remember my first GTA game was GTA 5 on the PS3 back in 2013 or 2014. But I think I've played GTA The Lost and Damned once before that. Currently I own GTA 5, GTA 4 along with the DLCs, GTA Vice City and GTA 3, but I've emulated the rest or played the mobile versions. I used to own GTA San Andreas before. So, GTA brings us many different stories and memorable characters. The main character is different in each game, but some may reappear in later games, like how Claude from GTA 3 and Nico and Lewis from GTA 4 make a sort of Easter egg appearance in GTA Online, or how Victor Vance appears in GTA Vice City. Oh, and the radio, those are so good in these games. If you've never played GTA and want to get started on, it doesn't really matter where you start from because each story are so different from each other, but the most welcoming title is GTA 5 because you got checkpoints and all.
Niinku toi osto. Oi perkele! Oi perkele! Saatana! Nyt vituttaa! Saatana! Nyt menee! Nyt ottaa! Nyt kyllä.
Super Mario. Now this my people, is a fucking iconic franchise. Everyone knows Mario, even my grandparents know it. It has brought us a lot of unique experiences and memorable songs. Before a faggot says yeah, Peach gets kidnapped all the time, so you got different gameplay styles and gimmicks to make the most fun of it. While Mario games are fairly simple, they can get very tricky, like how in Super Mario Sunshine you got stuff like the secret levels and the Sandbird and the watermelon shine. A legend called Shigeru Miyamoto created this character and franchise back in 1981, and ever since it's been one of the most popular franchises ever to this day, with Mario being the most iconic video game character ever. He has gotten a lot of spin-offs like the sports games, party games and Mario Kart, as well as some other Mario characters getting their own games like Wario getting Wario Land, Luigi having Luigi's Mansion, Peach getting Super Princess Peach and the new game, etc. I have a lot of memories with Mario games, being stuck in World 3 in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, or trying to get into inaccessible areas in Mario Kart Wii, and a bit more recently playing Super Mario Odyssey for the first time. It's magical. But now, I have an honorable mention, which is of course none other than the Burnout franchise. It's a racing series made by Criterion Games and published by EA, with the first game releasing in 2001 and final game in 2011. These games were very popular back in the 2000s, with Burnout 3 Takedown and Burnout Revenge being the most beloved entries. For me, I've had Burnout Dominator for ages, but I only got into it last year, so I can't call it nostalgic yet, but I've been obsessed with those games for a while. I got Burnout Dominator on PS2, Revenge on Xbox and Paradise Remastered on Switch. I've also played Legends once on emulator, and I'm planning in getting the rest. What makes these games stand out is that instead of just trying to win, you can take your age on your rivals. You can take them down in various different ways. While they respawn, you get a free charge of boost every time you do it. To go fast and get boost, you have to drive dangerously by driving on the opposite road, doing jumps, doing near misses, drifting, etc. To do burnouts, you need to fill up your boost bar and keep driving dangerously while boosting. It's not just racing. There's many other game modes, like Road Rage where you have to do as many takedowns as you can, Crash mode where you have to get a really chaotic car crash, Maniac where you fill up your score by driving dangerously, Dominator mode where the last spot gets executed until there's the first player left, Grand Prix, and more. You also got open world in Burnout Paradise. Unfortunately there hasn't been any Burnout games in 13 years, besides Paradise Remastered, but the developers had said they would love to return to it. If you can't beat a rival, imagine that they're Zenario or a pregnant driver, it helps. But anyways, this was it for the list. Did you like it? If you didn't, go fuck yourself, no one loves you. If you did, congrats, you earned yourself a cookie. If you want, I might do a part 2 of this someday. Not anytime soon though. I have to start working on episode 4 of my animation somewhere nearby and I'm trying to test different kinds of content. I got a couple more weeks of school so I might not upload much but I'll try my best I guess. Alright. Goodbye people. DJ Asshole is signing off.